Let's just be real. The devil is busy. The devil is busy, child. Stressing you out. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna wait on you guys to get back in. I'm so sorry. Hey, yay, we're back. Thank you so much. You're the best. You are the best. I'm gonna try to pick up where I left off. Unfortunately, I don't know where I left off. So, Kara, tell me where I paused. What was I doing at the time? When it paused on me. Okay, I was showing you guys the website. Okay, so we'll go dive into the notes. Got it. I was showing you guys the website. So good. We're past that part. We'll just dive back into the notes. Hey, Shannon. So sorry. I don't know if it's YouTube or Zoom, but somebody being ghetto tonight. But you know what it is? It's the devil. Devil be busy. Okay. All right. I'll pick up from there just to make sure we're good. And then I'll dive back in. Right now we have about 5 people watching. Before we were at like 30, I believe, 20. And I was knee deep in this thing, child. Like going all in. Thank you so much, Kiara. You really are the best. Hey, Shan, how are you? So sorry for the hiccup. I'm sorry. It's technology at its best, right? I don't know if it's my messed up Wi-Fi because Comcast ain't been Comcasting. They really have been making a mess. And in the mornings, sometimes I have a hard time getting off of work. I try not to schedule any meetings too early in the morning because it just be acting a fool. Alrighty. I'm so thankful y'all came back. I appreciate it. We said we was only doing 30 minutes anyhow, so of course they want to act a fool because I was just gonna like finish showing y'all that and then we were done. Look at that. The devil is deviling. Amen. Amen. Somebody, amen. Oh gosh. So I'll pick up from the website just because that's where we're often. I'm thinking that's where people saw me last. And then hopefully by the time the numbers get up, people get back in the room, then we'll just pick up on the certification notes again. I'm scared because all that, what if I go and click on it again and then it act a fool again? That's gonna be heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. All right, so let's try this again. And what I need to do is put y'all on the side because I saw some folks talking about it being paused. Tara, you know that would be busy, girl. And here I couldn't even see that y'all were talking about it. Thank goodness for care. Child, I just ain't got time for this devil. Devil don't like to see good things happen. It's like, what are you doing trying to make life easier for these people? What are you doing telling them they don't have to go through all those pages and all those notes? What are you doing taking your time to create these things and just ignoring the fact that you can't do nothing on a weekend because you're creating notes and taking client calls and jumping off from work at 5 and jumping straight on HR? Like, who you think you are? That's what they'll be thinking. Child, listen, we are filled with the Lord. You know, I'm filled with nothing but a little curse words and some Jesus. That's it. And he loves me as I am. All right. So what I was telling you guys is when you go from the home page to the shop page and you just click on shop, then shop is going to take us here. And so when we get here, I'm so nervous to even move on. Okay, more people coming in. Thank y'all for coming back on. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Alrighty, so okay, Shannon. Devil busy girl. So anyhow, we get to the shop page, right? We come all the way down. And then we're gonna hit on buy. We can click anywhere in that box. It's gonna take us to these notes. Something new that I did, which I should have already did a long time ago, was that I went ahead and created some more options so you guys can see more of the products. So my plan is to vamp this up a bit and make it a little bit more jazzy. Now, I don't know if I get as jazzy as like those sneaker websites where you can see all angles of the sneakers. You know, I ain't got no photographer and all of that stuff. And it's not like physical products. But we have this in place so you guys can just like dive in more. Like you can read the story a little bit more. You can see what's on the table of contents because people want to know what's included. Like, what material you got in here, girl? Because you might not have the material I'm looking for. So I make sure to put that out there 1,000 times, and then tell you guys about other people's experience with getting these notes and how they've been able to pass. Some folks passed with the notes alone. Some folks added some other things. But I also want to remind you guys about the payment option. So now we're gonna dive into these notes, right? So unveiling. I feel like I need some music or something. These are the new notes. Voila. Let me tell y'all, these notes be trying to trick a sister and make her think she like a graphic designer. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I amaze myself. I'm actually pretty darn proud of this. I'm like, what? This looks pretty nice, Mika. So thank God for Canva. What I wanted you guys to see was that I put in a bit of a picture about myself here, right? And I put in some information so you guys can understand who I am. So obviously you can see how long ago I started these notes because it talks about me having 7,000 subscribers and 2,000 on email. Listen, we over that on LinkedIn, YouTube, and the email list. So that just kind of shows you where we were at the time. And honestly, I like projected higher when I started. So it's wilding out on YouTube. I appreciate it. LinkedIn too. Even Pinterest getting a little kickback here. Folks follow me there. But I wanted you guys to know that, and I put this in the notes, that this is not my first time creating these notes. I've been doing them for some years now. So 2017, also 2020, then again 2022. Next year, we're gonna have to figure out how we can fit in 2023. The photo shoot is scheduled. My plan was to do the photo shoot before the notes came out, but I really wanted to do some changes. I really want us to feel like we can totally be ourselves in the workplace. Like all sides of you can come out completely. And this is like how y'all see me is how I show up. And so obviously you can see I did like my curly long hair because that's one of my go-tos. The bob is my absolute go-to. If my girl keep putting in my hair, I keep wearing it. And so the next photo shoot I had intended for it to be with braids. So y'all gonna see me with some super long braids. But I'm getting ready for my 40th birthday trip and I wanted to just pay for these braids one time because they're gonna be long and small. So I was like, we ain't doing that one-on-one. So the notes, the photo shoot with the new books are gonna come out. We'll include those and everything going forward. But the biggest thing or the best bang for your buck that I'm excited about is the table of contents. So when we get to the table of contents, this really helps you navigate around a lot easier. It definitely includes all sections of the exam. So that's some great stuff, right? I have two different sections that have study resources. They're not exactly the same at all. One thing I absolutely love about these sections is that like you can click on competency and get straight to that chapter. So that's what we had in the 2022 notes, right? Things have changed just a tad bit. So now instead of just having that in there, once you get there, what you can also do is say, okay, you know what? I want to go straight to relationship management. Bam. Let's say you stop. There I go. I see one error I already made. So sorry. So let's say you stop on the people section, right? But you don't remember which section. You can still jump to the people section and you can just tap around and see where you are. So if it was different, like you can do the back things, but since I'm live, I'm not gonna play with that, especially because the computer had us going crazy before. But I absolutely love that you guys can tap around anywhere in here and get to whatever section you want. I don't know why I keep clicking on that same section. Let me tell y'all why I keep clicking on that section. I keep seeing the DEI section. And when I tell y'all folks going hard and being mean on them DEI videos, I'm so aggravated with it that I want to take them videos down because I don't like all kinds of stuff interrupting my peace. And I believe in like energy and vibes. And them DEI comments sends me the worst vibes because I be really wanting to go off because I think that people are so bold on the internet because you don't have the consequences right in front of your face. I used to take a lot of those comments off. Now I start leaving them up there because I want y'all to know these are the people you're going to be working with in the workspace. They're not going to tell you. Their actions going to show you. But Lord, when I tell you, so I keep trying to click around that section because them DEI videos getting the wrong type of views. But you can see that we can just click all over this thing. And I just love it that we can just click from section to section. As y'all can see in these things, it's not your average everyday notes. See, you got some sample questions in there. You got some charts and graphs to help you get around a little bit better. A lot of these charts I like recreated. So that took some time. So you can see like these ones I created like from scratch. I would like to revamp the whole thing and create every single new one from scratch. Who knows? I may be able to do it next year. Some of these I had to just kind of use what was available, but if it has my brand colors, I created it, child. So if it doesn't have my brand colors, then that's not what I created. But I have tons of resources in here. And it's not like, just full of fluff information. It's full of helpful, healthy information to help you grasp that information. So you can go to some of these sections, right? And you can literally, if you want, print this out, print out whatever picture you need or whatever section you need, like this checklist on global code of conduct. Like for these things, when I was taking the exam, I literally would print that page and then I would put on one of those big flashcards. And I should have had some of the flashcards available now. And sorry, y'all gonna hear my closet door opening. But just a second, because it's like literally right here. So I'm gonna just show it to y'all real quick. Still got the flashcards. So these are the big ones, right? And we can see how big they are because these are the small ones. So I would literally put like my small information on here, my charts and graphs, I put on the big ones. And these ones are 4x6. So these are some really helpful ones. I don't know the size of the smaller ones. I don't have any of them fresh in the pack. But I did that. I even got so far with it because I actually took flashcards like out and did other things. If you don't want to buy the flashcards that's available on the website, like these are also 4x6, but I did like some color ones too to help me like keep it in sections and things like that. And I literally took those with me. Like if I knew I was going to stand in somebody's line way too long. So you can see the difference in the sizes here, that like charts like this, you can easily put on these big cards and keep it moving. So you don't have to buy cards. That's if you got time. So that definitely took me some time. Either way, I went through and make this as like helpful as I can. So I want to show you guys that I use a lot of short terms in here because they're notes. They're not, it's almost like texting. So I went through and did like every short word that I use that wasn't like the full word. I went through and did a breakdown of those for you. I went back, and if you're like, Tamika, I had watched the CP, but not the PHR, and the PHR, but not the other one. Then the videos on there, you can click on the videos and you can go directly to that video. And so, damn it. I should have just hit the back symbol, my bad. And so that's a really good thing. And then another thing, oh good, we can hit it on the back one on this one. Oh, but y'all can't see this because it's out of the screen. Okay, cool. All right. And so another thing that I did was even the study resources here, you can click on it and go straight to that study resource. So let's just like make a second page here so I don't lose track of where I am. But you can literally like click on these and go directly to that site. So you can see it's turning, and then we're going to go directly there. So you guys can see like the prices, the options, and what else is going on there. Another thing that I did was not just those resources that's in the beginning, I did that, but I made sure to give you guys some places that really helped me during times like this. So went and highlight some study groups the way these people are talking about this, they eat and breathe in it just like you at the time. And so it's definitely a good place to like say, okay, I want to just talk to people who are going to talk about what I'm talking about right now. And all I'm talking about is taking this exam. So those are some really, really good groups that you can use. Even on my pages where I don't have pictures, it's broken down so you guys can easily digest that information. Again, you can see I still try my hardest to stick with some charts and graphs to make things way easier to intake and like absorb the information. Also did some study questions, went and like literally created some of these graphics for you guys. Embedded a few videos so you can just click on that video. And let's do this again so we don't get out the screen, but you can click on that video and get directly there. Or not, man, I missed that one. Okay, all right, we find that after the fact. Lord Jesus. And a tip the man, Lord. But you can see that it's super easy to digest in my opinion. Y'all tell me if it's still overwhelming, but I did all I could to like go over a lot. Oh, thank you, Kier. Definitely went through and like made this as great as I can. So if you're like, you know what, she's talking about this, but does she have it on her website? Like, oh shoot. Does she have it on her website? Like, where does add, or I just want to see what's going on her website. You can click right here and go right back to my website on any of those pages. like all 269 pages, you can do that. And then I'm gonna just dive straight onto the end and show y'all what's going on at the end. And then I'm gonna get out of this, right? Again, we still have charts. We still have sample exam questions. We're on page 256, remember? So we still have this thing throughout the entire thing. And we can go to 5, right? This is our chapter 5. When we get here, we can go to like the resource list. So what all I got in here? I got some study groups, some mobile apps, some flashcards, some HR resources. So went back over a couple of those. Told you guys about some apps that was not in the beginning of the book. So you can definitely see some apps that I am definitely in favor of. Heard great things about them. Gave you some links back to some videos that can help you through each section if you can't really grasp the information in your mind. And these are the resources, or some of the resources that are available in my email list. So if you're not in my email list, then you have access to those resources there. Like the LinkedIn profile guide, the level up your career, the resume guide. You get the resume guide with the career mentoring services. You get the LinkedIn one with the career mentoring services. You get the HR toolkit. Like you guys can get access to this. Just click on this to take you directly there. I'm a little nervous that it's going to take you to the wrong spot. I should have had them click each one. Sorry. We might upload a new one. And here, I just guesstimated I was going to be at 8,000. I manifested that I was going to be at 8,000. But if you're like, you want to get in contact with me, you know, these notes wasn't too bad. I'm going to connect with sis. You can click on any of these links to connect with me. And like, we can keep this going because my plan isn't to help anyone with just being certified. My plan is to also help you guys with your career. Like I really started Heyyy HR to help teach people how to do HR because I didn't feel like I had anybody that taught me how to do HR. And so that's really what I was doing it for. But a lot of you guys are like really wanting to know about certification. So if you guys find this helpful, y'all think it's going to be good, we can see education is key, is loving it. How about the rest of y'all? Give me a 1 in the chat if you thought that this was, you know, if this was something more than what you expected it to be. Like maybe you thought I was just going to give you some notes and be like, here you go, where I wrote them in. If you're like, no, this taking it up a notch, then give me a 1 in the chat. Oh Lord, I didn't take it up a notch. Oh, you're welcome, Danielle. Oh, Danielle, did I do your resume review? I think we're doing career mentoring. Because that Rainford name looks familiar. Happy to hear it, Shannon. Thank you. Thank you, Kiara. I was just about to say it. I love it when you and Tabitha like take it out of my mouth. Love it. Oh, happy to hear that, Shannon. You know, the computer is my space. You put me to build something, child, we be looking for a mess. But you put me behind a computer, I probably can figure it out. Oh, awesome. That's nice. Make sure to tell me how things go. Thank you, Tar. So, Denasia, I am so happy to hear that. But tell me what you think. Do you think these ones are a little bit different from what you have? Happy to hear that, Katie. I'm happy to hear it. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I know that's right, Tar. You got this. Oh, good. Thank you. I'm happy to hear that. No, good, Daniel. I thought so. The Rainford tells me because I've never heard that last name before. Good. I'm happy to hear that. So y'all, we're gonna get off here. I thank y'all so much for logging back in. I don't know what happened earlier, but the devil gets busy when you're doing great things. I'm excited to hear how things go. If you don't pass the exam, do not beat up on yourself. Don't think the world ends. Don't say, I ain't even updating Tamika because she don't want to hear that impact. No, tell me so I can know how to help you. Like, let's walk through what that passing situation looks like because Tamika failed it her first time too, right? Tamika failed it. Tamika failed the CP exam and then had the guts to go back and say, okay, you know what? F this, I'm gonna do the SCP. Like, girl, you not feel it. The CP girl, hush your noise. Made it through though. Made it through. Let us behind a name. Look me up. So the same is gonna happen. Yeah. Don't be thinking it's the end of the world. Don't think it's the end of the world. So I'm gonna get on off of here. I had a rough day, so I had to like give myself a treat. So I'm gonna go ahead. I had my little dinner, and now I'm gonna finish my treat. Thank y'all so much. Y'all really mean the world to me. And like, honestly, when I'm doing each video and I talk about the people who are returning, I'm talking about y'all. Y'all show up every time for sis. Like days like what I had today would make me not even want to continue with HR. I was frustrated as ever. I had literally a shit show of a day today. But when y'all not only come on when I go live the first time, but y'all come on live the second time when the computer goes down, this tells me like, you know what, these people just as real as you are. Or they see the real in you. And so I'm so happy that we connect. Tar and Kier, we go way back to 1,000 subscriber days. And I just don't know how to tell you guys thank you more. I feel like there's so much more I can say. But when I say to those of you who are returning, I want y'all to know that all of y'all who keep showing back up on these lives, who keep telling me suggestions of videos to do, who tell me when one of my computer is frozen and I can't get back on, who, you know, literally comment on these videos. Ashana, not Ashana, is it Akia? But she was on the last one. I guess she was like, child, I'm doing this again. But you guys really, really, really give me like the push to keep going. You give me the push to keep going, and I really appreciate it. Listen, my day getting better already, Denasia, girl. I am off because all things today was work related, and I was like, "What's going on?" But we made it through. Life has been life in, so I'm making it through. I feel like I'm at the end. These notes are done. They'll be available at midnight tonight. You guys can definitely use that code. I have the code in your email box. I sent it to you 3 times today. I'm gonna send it to you again in the morning. And so I want you guys to use that code. Don't let it expire on you because it expires at midnight tomorrow night. And I want you to get the getting good while it's here. Don't miss out on it. But my day is already getting better. I'm super excited for my next few videos. I did a poll in IG to ask folks if they want to want me to tell them more about Riley and have a video dedicated to Riley, who I'm surprised isn't somewhere near. She's probably so tired of me going live. But our next video is going to be all about Riley. That's my second child. Absolutely love her. That's my baby. She had some eventful days herself. So we went to the groomer. She had to go to the vet. We go to the park, all kinds of stuff. So that video is coming out for y'all. And then my big reveal of a big project, super big project I've been working on that is totally focused at Heyyy HR is coming out after that. So do me a favor, please. This tells me you guys are probably subscribed. If you're not subscribed, definitely subscribe. Hit that bell, get them alerts. Please do me a favor on your way out, hit that like button too. Y'all have a good night.